Good day once again, everyone, and you are welcome to Mathematics Solution Center. Today, we are going to be looking at the following topics under equation of a straight line. Number one, we are going to look at gradient intercept form, the gradient and 1-point form, 2-point form, and we are going to solve various examples. But before we look at these various topics, we are still going to look at a particular or two equations that we did not mention here. That is equation of a horizontal line and equation of a vertical line. So let's go. The equation of a horizontal line consists of only y, and it is always written like this: y is equal to a constant. That's the equation of a horizontal line. That is, if I have y is equal to 2, that means this is a line that passes through point 2 on the y-axis, and the coordinate of x will be what? 0. So it passes through point what? 0, 2. So the equation of a horizontal line is always y is equal to any value. It can be y is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. Take, for instance, we have a graph like this. This is an y-axis, and this is x-axis. Let's say this is point 2. If we want to draw a line at point 2, a line that passes through point 2, a horizontal line, so it's going to be drawn like this. So this is a horizontal line. So y is equal to 2. That is the equation of this line. And for a vertical line, we can have something like this. X is equal to a constant value, just like x is equal to 5. This is an equation of a vertical line that passes through point 5 on the x-axis, and the y value is 0. So the coordinate of this line, the coordinate of the point that this line passes through is 5, 0. So we can have something like this. This is our x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So we can have a line that passes through point like this. Let's say here is 5. So the equation of this line is what? X is equal to 5. The slope of a horizontal line. Let's quickly talk about the slope of a horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. Slope is equal to change in y-axis over change in x-axis. Let's say this is 3 and this is 2. Let's calculate the slope of this line. The slope will be equal to change in vertical. There's no change in the vertical axis, so we are going to just have 2 minus 2, because when s is 3, y is actually 2. And when s is 2, y remains 2. So I have 2 minus 2 over 3 minus 2. Slope of a vertical line. This is a vertical line passing through a particular point, let's say point 2 on x-axis. Let's pick 2 points on this line. Let's say this is point 1 and 2 on y-axis. Therefore, slope is equal to change in the vertical axis, that is 2 minus 1, over the change in the horizontal axis will be when y is 2, what is the value of x? X is 2. When y is 1, what is the value of x? Is still 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Therefore, we have 1 over 0. So 1 over 0 is undefined. It's an error. The slope of a vertical line is infinite. It's undefined. Gradient intercept form. Take, for instance, we have a line that passes through a particular point on the y-axis, and let's call that point C. So this is point C, and let's select another point here, and let these points have a coordinate of x, y. From the definition of slope, slope is equal to change in the vertical axis over change in the horizontal axis. So the change in the vertical axis for this graph is going to be y minus c over x minus 0, because the coordinate of this particular point is 0, 0. So let's make y the subject of the formula. I have m is equal to y minus c over x. Therefore, we have y minus c is equal to mx. Take c to the other side. Therefore, y is equal to mx plus c. This is the general form of equation of a straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c, the general form of equation of a straight line. Take note of that. Anytime you have equation of a straight line and you can arrange it in such a way that the coefficient of y is 1, any number you have as the coefficient of x will be the gradient of that line. And c, the constant term, will be the intercept on the y-axis. Take, for instance, if I have an equation like this, y is equal to 2x plus 3. So the question is, what is the slope of this line? Definitely, since the coefficient of y is 1, please always ensure that the coefficient of y is 1 before you decide that the coefficient of x is the slope and the constant term is c. Okay. So from this question, it means that m is equal to 2. And the intercept on the y-axis is given by c is equal to 3. If I have an equation 2y is equal to 6x minus 4, what is the slope of this line? The first thing I have to do is to rearrange it to look exactly like the general form, which is y is equal to mx plus c. Therefore, the equation, all I have to do, I will divide through by 2. 2y over 2 is equal to 6x over 2, then minus 4 over 2. Therefore, y is equal to 3x minus 2. Then, what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line, m is equal to 3. And what is the intercept on the y-axis? The intercept on the y-axis will be equal to minus 2. As simple as that. If the slope of a line is minus 3 and the intercept on the y-axis is equal to 4, what will be the equation of the line? Very simple. All you have to do, y is equal to mx plus c. This is the general form of equation of a straight line. All I have to write now, my y is equal to, what is my slope? Minus 3x, then plus, what is c? 4. As simple as that. This is the equation of the straight line. Let's take another example. 3x minus 2y is equal to 7. Find the slope of the line and the intercept on the y-axis. All I have to do, I will arrange this equation to be in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Once I can do this, everything is settled. Therefore, I will take minus 2y to the other side and bring 7 to this side. Therefore, I have 3x minus 7 is equal to 2y. Therefore, I have y is equal to 3x over 2, then minus 7 over 2. And what this simply means is that my m is equal to 3 over 2. And the intercept on the y-axis is equal to minus 7 over 2. The second subtopic is gradient and 1-point form. When we have a gradient and 1-point form, and the point we are talking about here is x1, y1. If you are given the gradient of a line and one point that the line passes through, you can always write the equation of the line. All you have to do, let's use the formula for calculating slope. The slope of a line is equal to change in y-axis, which is going to be y minus y1 over change in x-axis, x minus x1. Y minus y1 is equal to m into bracket x minus x1. If the slope of a line is equal to minus 2 and the line passes through point 1, 2, what is the equation of this line? All I have to do, I will write my formula for gradient and 1-point form. M is equal to y minus y1 over x minus x1. The gradient is minus 2 is equal to y minus, what is my y1 is 2 over x minus x1 is 1 over 1. Let's cross multiply. Therefore, I have y minus 2 is equal to minus 2 into bracket x minus 1. Therefore, y minus 2 is equal to minus 2x plus 2. Let's take 2 to the other side. We have y is equal to minus 2x plus 2 plus 2. Y is equal to minus 2x plus 4. This is the equation of the line that has a slope of minus 2 and passes through point 1, 2. As simple as that. So we want to generate an expression for how to write the equation of a straight line when the 2 points it passes through, that is point x1, y1 and x2, y2 are given. If you take a look at this diagram, one thing you should know about a straight line is that the slope of a straight line is constant. We can use any 2 given points to calculate the slope of that straight line. First, we are going to use point A and point B to calculate the slope of the line. Therefore, the slope of the line is going to be equal to y, using point A and point B. The change in the vertical axis between point A and point B is y minus y1 over x minus x1. And we want to use point A and C to calculate the slope of this line. The change in the vertical axis of point A and C is equal to y2 minus y1, while the change in the horizontal axis is x2 minus x1. Since the slope of a straight line is constant, it means the first slope is equal to the second slope. Therefore, y minus y1 over x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is the equation of a straight line that passes through 2 given points. Take note of that. Okay, let's take an example. So we have a question that says a line passes through points A, which is 1, 2, and point B, 3, 6. What is the equation of the line? Solution. The first thing we have to do, let's write the formula for calculating the equation of a line that passes through 2 given points. And the formula is from the 2 given points, let's say the first point is x1, y1. Therefore, x1 is equal to 1 and y1 is equal to 2. x2 is equal to 3 and then y2 is equal to 6. Now we are going to substitute these values in our general equation of a line that passes through 2 given points. Therefore, we are going to have y minus y1. What is y1? 2 over x minus x1. x1 is 1 is equal to y2. My y2 is 6 minus y1. y1 is 2 over x2. x2 is 3 minus x1 minus 1. Therefore, we have y minus 2 over x minus 1 is equal to 6 minus 2 is actually 4 over 3 minus 1, that is 2. Therefore, we have y minus 2 over x minus 1 is equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2 over 1. Therefore, I have y minus 2 is equal to 2 into bracket x minus 1. Let's open the bracket. We have 2x minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to 2x minus 2 plus 2. Therefore, y is equal to 2x. And what does this mean? We said that earlier that the general form of equation of a straight line is equal to what? Y is equal to mx plus c. But there is no c here. It means that the constant term is 0. So this is a equation of a line that passes through the origin. And I'm actually very glad that this equation results into this format, because I just picked the values from offhand without taking reference from anything. But I'm glad that it results into this format. So the equation of a line that passes through the origin is given by this general form: y is equal to mx. Take note of that. But if it does not pass through the origin, it takes the first format: y is equal to mx plus c. So in the second equation, there is no constant term, that is, there is no x or there is no y intercept. The line passes through the origin. In this, y is equal to mx. That is what happens in this equation. Y is equal to 2x. It means the line passes through the origin. Thanks for watching. We have come to the end of this tutorial. Please watch out for our next tutorial. We are going to be solving various questions on equation of straight line or different equations of a straight line. And don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it, and at the same time, don't forget to put on the notification. Thanks and remain blessed.